You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodriguez for our Black and White Live. Well, something that hasn't been talked about a lot is the fact that this may very well be the end of an era in Seattle. There's a real shot Pete Carroll won't be back, and there's certainly a real shot that Russell Wilson will not be back. Now, before the season, there was a bunch of drama, a bunch of speculation. Even his agent went public with a list of teams he would like to play for. And if I'm being quite honest, I think Russell Wilson's going to the New York Giants. That's a feeling I've got. His wife, Ciara, wants to be in a more high-profile place. Now, oddly enough, I think he named the Raiders in there. And if I'm being real with Russell and he wants the real opportunity to win a Super Bowl, I would think he would look straight down at New Orleans and Sean Payton. He would be the perfect quarterback to slide into what used to be that Drew Brees' spot, and immediately they're contenders. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that Russell Wilson hasn't had a very good season. He hasn't, and he's quit running the ball, which has kind of exposed some other flaws. But he's got a Super Bowl. He's been to another. So he's looked at as one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I would be lying if I said I thought Russell Wilson wasn't one of the top, definitely a top 10 quarterback. And to be honest with you, he has raked my Niners over the coals so many times, I'm not going to say too much bad about him. I mean, as a Niners fan, I absolutely hate playing Seattle. Because regardless of what the record is, they beat us. It doesn't matter. So, love to see him go from Seattle. Let's put it that way. But I got a feeling about the Giants should be the Saints. You know, if it's a football decision, I'm not too sure it is. Although, I will be honest, Pete Carroll, I think, would relish the opportunity of not having Russell Wilson there. Because, you know, the little secret about Pete is Pete likes your typical 6'3 to 6'6 quarterback that's 218 to 240 pounds. He likes big quarterbacks, and he's always not been entirely sold on Russell because of Russell's size. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Russell Wilson says, I hope this isn't my last game in Seattle, but I know it won't be my last NFL game. Wow. Linebacker Bobby Wagner isn't the only long-time Seahawks player considering the possibility that Sunday's game against the Lions will be his final home game as a member of the team. He's a hell of a linebacker. Quarterback Russell Wilson's future with the organization was a talking point last offseason after his agent revealed that he'd waive his no-trade clause to go to a few other teams, and losing season in 2021 hasn't done anything to make an extended run in Seattle seem more likely. During Thursday's press conference, Wilson also asked about Wagner's comments and said he has, quote, joy and gratitude for everything about his time in Seattle, and, quote, how many amazing moments we've had during his time in Seattle. He also touched on the chance that he won't be playing his home games for the team in the future. Quote, I know for me personally, I hope it's not my last game, but at the same time, I know it won't be my last game in the NFL. I'm just focused on today and getting better today. That's my goal. I love this city and I love this moment. I love these guys, and we got to make sure we get better today. That's all that matters, Wilson said. There was nothing definitive about Wilson's comments, and he said he still thinks he can win Super Bowls with Seattle. But there was definitely more of a faint whiff of things drawing to a close, as Wilson discussed, keeping his eyes on the present rather than what will happen in the future. Yeah, and like I said, unfortunately, the reason this speculation's happening is because of what happened last offseason. Now, I'm going to tell you what's odd. I wouldn't rule Green Bay out in this either. Green Bay could be looking for an Aaron Rodgers replacement. If he retires, which, by the way, he said he's going to make that decision. I cannot believe Aaron Rodgers would consider doing that, but maybe he wants to do other things, maybe the COVID thing and all the backlash from the leftists out there. I mean, Aaron's like, to hell with this. I've got plenty of money. But let's not overlook the fact that Aaron also wants a new contract because he's getting paid what Jared Goff is getting paid. Yeah. So, if that tells you anything. As far as Russell Wilson goes, going to be a very interesting offseason. I think you're going to see some veteran quarterbacks move around. Look, I could pretend he's not a good quarterback. He is a good quarterback. But there's something strange going on in Seattle. I don't like that offense. I don't like that offensive coordinator they brought in. And I don't like the fact that Russell has acted like he's decided not to be mobile. And if he has, that's going to be a problem in the future. He still needs to move around and do his thing outside of the pocket, or he may turn into a very pedestrian, middle-of-the-road quarterback in that more 16 to 18 to 20 range, which is what he's looked like this year, as opposed to somebody in that 5 to 10 range, which we're used to seeing. So I don't know. You can put it in the comment section below. Where do you think Russell Wilson is going? I think his time in Seattle is over, personally. I think he wants out. He wanted to go to Chicago. They drafted Justin Fields. He wanted to go. He even brought up Dallas, I think, at one point. And I'm like, Dak Prescott? Really? I mean, anybody? I'm sorry. As of this second, I'd take Dak over Russell, I think. Maybe that's a tougher decision. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. If it was before the season and without this drop-off in play, I would have definitely taken Russell. But I don't know what's going on there. And also, watch for one other sneaky thing. A trade of Derek Carr and a first-rounder to Seattle for Russell Wilson in Vegas. That's something else to watch out for. Tell me what you think, Black and White Live fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.